Uncon. Okay, I think if I say that immediately gets a few people to tune out. So, how's everyone doing today? It's good to be live. Yep. There's the Twitch. There's the YouTube. Dark Ghost Toxent Darthon. How's it going? Let's see. Is the chat working? Perfect timing from the Supreme Leader. Oh no. Terrible. So yeah, unconventional systems. It is a trait that seems to be upsetting people quite a bit, and now that Voven is in the Muds market on PC, it's stirring up some interesting comments. So I'm going to pull up something. And this is a comment that I got on a recent video. Fun fact of the day: it's not a crime against humanity if you do it to a meta slave or their family. Like what the hell? Some people take this way too serious. Shiner, Warfy, Steel, how's it going? And I think I probably need some more light in here. Yeah, that might be too much light. That's really excessively bright. Will this stream show the Krait build? Every stream I've done for like the last year has had the Krait build. I technically have a Krait build video up. It's the ultimate solo build from like December of 24, but yeah, I was polishing up PowerPoints. All I gotta do is just the audio for the first and second part at this point. So ideally, I'd like to get those the audio done tonight, and then like release the first two parts tomorrow. The first part I can't really release like on its own because that'll upset people. The first part is like really basic. It's like, okay, here's what Voven and Uncon are. So like the series, the Krait build is being split up into a series where there's the introduction, then there's part 2 with the Andrew weapons. Yeah. Cal, Spud, Jay, Gamma recruit event announced. Yeah, that was expected though. Gamma recruitment, and then we should have the known scenario event pop up on Tuesday. They've already confirmed that there's going to be a new ship released on Tuesday, so yeah, I'll be doing a stream live reacting. If the ship drops Tuesday, I might just be live playing with it that day. Yeah, because there's some testing that'll have to be done. Some folks really are sick in the mind. Absolutely, absolutely. Nuclear Triad, how's it going? It's expected to be lockbox. The question is it a direct to Infinity edition or is it a brand new lockbox? Normally in January we would see a brand new lockbox, but I really don't know at this point. Yeah. Everyone talks about the Krait build. It's just a nickname for builds that utilize the personal space trait unconventional systems and the Voven obelisk subspace fracture tunneling field. It's just easier to say Krait than Uncon Voven. It's like back in the day, in the early days of the game, where you had people, that were running like Drake or Dragon builds, where it was submerged power to subsystem abilities. Ethan, thank you for the resub, greatly appreciate it. Great Cornholio, how's it going? But what is a Krait and why not Krait? I don't know. I didn't come up with a name. That was Mara. Mara came up with the nickname and then it just stuck. I mean, because for a while I was just saying, you know, like the Uncon Voven build, but it's a Star Wars term? Oh, come on. Terrible. I didn't know that. I'm promoting a terrible franchise. Yeah. But yeah, I've been busy. I know there's not been much stow-wise on the channel, but there's stuff incoming. Next week is going to be really busy stow content-wise. Um, they normally only do like one, like the two promo ships a year is like what we've seen the past couple of years, and there was the pack led clump ship, and then the Breen, um, I've already forgot its name, the Odd Thought. It's that first week of January lull and stow, yeah. Well, I did the sponsored videos, and those videos are doing horrible. The mouse videos, I have one more to do, but I've stopped accepting new ones for right now. You know, how many mice do I need? I am legitimately using the one of the first ones they sent me, the V7 or whatever it is. Like, legitimately, I've only charged that twice since I started using it in November. Yeah. I have been, if I can reach it. There we go. Been working on, I was just talking to Dark Eddie about this, just customizing 3D models here. So this is going to be an 8 drive bay for 2.5-inch drives. But I'm thinking about just doubling it up, making it 16 slots, like 5U, and then just find a way to fit a like a big one or big 200 mil fan on it. Azeron Cryo or Cairo. Rename to super clicky build. The Uncon stuff just absolutely pisses some people off though. Like it's really amazing. You know, there's people saying they want it nerfed, but the thing is, if they nerf Uncon, they nerf Voven, that will impact what the performance that a single player can bring into a TFO. But some of these people are wanting it done to hurt DPS players, and it would hurt solo DPS. But when we're talking about team-based DPS records, that's not how those runs are done. Like those runs are too fast for Krait, for Uncon, for Voven. Like those runs are 15, 20 seconds. Like you can only really use Krait when the run's over 30. Anyone else having buffering? You might just need to refresh. Master of Micromanagement build doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. They could further buff passive consoles as an alternative. I don't see much point to nerfing like Uncon or Voven. Trackball all the way. Yeah, I agree, Drebin. I don't think they're going to nerf it. I I would say they just need to find ways to make consoles that appeal to those that don't want to hit abilities, because that's a lot of what this boils down to. Is I to me, the people that are really complaining about Krait the most, they just, at the end of the day, they don't like the micromanagement. They don't like that it's so many abilities you have to manage on a tray. Like, I get it, but I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want it nerfed just because I don't want to do it, you know? Yeah, devs want the Krait meta, some more ship sell for the consoles, absolutely. Like, you look at Krait versus the ISOMag meta, some of the complaints that happen with Krait, like, it makes all the builds look the same. People had the same complaints when it was ISOMags or even the TAC consoles or Feedback Pulse in the Embassy consoles. Like, when there's a meta, you know, all the builds look very similar, and people are just always going to complain. Every single time there's been a meta way to play, people have complained that it makes all the builds look the same. Yeah. Everwind, exactly. Yeah. Surfers not reacting when you click abilities. Yeah, that's certainly fun. Jealousy is called the green-eyed monster for a reason. Hellbore was like hellaciously broken though. If anything, a bigger problem in my opinion is the same 5 or 6 expensive traits being must slots in every build. Yeah. Yeah. The Stow servers are built a built-in nerf for most builds anyways. Yep. Absolutely. That is absolutely true. But yeah, I mean the first part of the Krait build guide, it's going to be simple. That's why like when I drop this, like the same day the second part has to drop, because people have been waiting for the Krait build guide forever. And if I drop this on its own and nothing else, you know, right around that, people are going to be like, we waited all this time for that. So parts 1 and 2, part 2 is going to be like the actual like build guide for energy weapon DPS. Like I need those both to drop same day basically. Uh Eric, see you around. DPS is always about more clicks. You want to do more damage, you got to do more things. Yeah. People want the results without doing the work. I mean that's always been the case to some extent. How does the energy usage from consoles work compared to just do weapons? Doesn't really matter. I mean, there's some consoles that scale up with like your aux power, but in those cases we just use like a large aux bat. I couldn't get done fast enough today. Crappy servers. Comparison is the thief of joy. Absolutely. I only hate gamble ships. Heavy tank is the way. So yeah, the heavy tank is something I know people want to see. I know Nick does stuff like that, but for me, or to me, heavy tanking is really not that far off from like a high-end DPS build anyways. Like you're dropping a little bit of the damage output to pick up some threat generation. So it's really that video is probably going to be a little bit lighter than part 2. Part 2 is really going to be the big one. And that's got, I need to polish up the PowerPoint a little bit more on that and get the audio done. But I want to get those done in the next, want to get the audio recorded in the next couple of days. Well, we'll see if IRL allows for that. I've just had some days recently where just with the kids, it's just like I'm just too tired. I'm just too tired. Like yesterday, is watching the nephew, and I was going back and forth. He had him out in the play yard on the living room. I had the camera on him, but I turned away for a couple minutes because I was putting up some new shelving in my room, and I missed that he pulled his diaper off and then immediately went and just went number 2, pooped all over. I was just dead inside after that. Surgical strikes with twinkling lights is OP. Yeah, I mean, Sora, how's it going? You know, the current solo record is with twinkling lights. Like, I think I posted that on the Discord when I did it, but yeah, the twinkling lights is really good. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, we don't really have that in Stowe. He dropped some mines. Oh yeah, yeah. It was fun. Boatloads of fun. I'm using Disruptor, Tetron, and Phaser with Twinkling Lights. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for that, I posted. I'm pretty sure I posted what I was running in the Discord when I did this, but I mean, my Twinkling setup right now that I'm using for like solos is Terran, the Terran Rep Phaser DHC, Spiral Wave Disruptor, Breen Imperium Polaron, Bowel Anti-Proton, For Tetrion, it's diffusive. There's no good Tetrion. They all suck. So just pick whatever's the cheapest. Then for Plasma, I just got that covered by the Plasmatic Biomatter auto turret. Wife hates it when I pull my diaper off like that also. Oh no, Dark Ghost. Yeah. It was like in the span of like 3 minutes. It was fun. It was fun. Ruin, how's it gone? Yeah, so he left a bit of a mess in the play hard. Had to get that all cleaned up. Then the niece has been sick, so it's just yeah. I can achieve 1 mil with crafted Tetron, yeah. I mean everything can get 1 million now. That's like part of the point of the current meta is like everything is everything is viable. And that's one of the things with Krait. I need to add that to this. I need to emphasize more that Krait basically allows everything to be viable. Like I've got here, it is important to note that you can take this approach and use consoles that have an immersive effect in order to boost your theme build. I need to like clarify, like this just makes everything good, basically. You can use it to make anything good. No, the hexacannons don't count, nor does the POV and Omni, unfortunately. Did you miss anything important? No. Campaign 8 will be Kethzar, Kith, Clumship, Echelon, Pavilion, Yacht, Trafalgar, Omega, or Salvation. The Salvation, I never followed up on the console, but I just wasn't really that impressed with the console. Nick got some decent results on his tank out of it, but the issue is it's just taking away from damage that other things are doing, so it just wasn't really adding anything of note for me. The trait, though, from the Salvation's, yeah, pretty damn good. For EPG. The odd thought I think is going to be the big one for me. The Kith, man, if the Kith trait had been better, or if that ship had a hangar bay, that would have been so much better. I don't have a guide up for the online keybind tool because I truthfully haven't set up any keybinds with it yet. I showed it in like my DPS keybind video briefly, I think, but that was just saying, hey, this is a new option. My issue is that I've just locally got FES installed, so if I need to go in and adjust my keybind, I've got it bound on my Stream Deck. I hit this button, it opens up the keybind tool. But the kit looks really sweet. Yeah, I mean, if you want a ship for immersion, then you go for what you want. Mia. But yeah, so no in scenario event I think is going to start up on Tuesday. We have the new lockbox ship or potentially new lockbox. I think most of my testing with that will I'll probably focus on trait. And then if the event goes live, I'll probably buy that out to test that as well. Pavin, did Pavin lose its ended status? They've all lost their ended. Oh, okay, there. Now it's loaded. The Salvation as a ship, I think it just misses the... I think the devs were trying to make some of the ships last year. I think they were trying to aim them at meta players, but one of the key things that they forgot is how much we value hangar bays right now. Bringing in a bay of Type 7 pets is basically a 20% DPS increase. And you don't even have to like bring any buffs in for your hangar. Like you just slot the Type 7s, you do more damage. So I did A/B testing a couple of weeks ago where I took the Type 7s off and I just went in with the same build into a solo. And then I did a comparison, having the Type 7s on, and it was right around a 20% increase. Do I have complex plasma fire on my rainbow build? No. I have temporal tunneling on it right now. Logical, how's it going? Will the Krait video series include budget alternatives by chance? I'm going to try to fit some in. Just by it's hard for it to be entirely like budget because it's a lockbox trait. Now the lockbox trait's fairly affordable, but then you've got the Vovan Obelisk, and that's 4250 in the store. So, and that's a ship you can't use a coupon on. Like, so right there, your barrier of entry is like $50. Just on my first PC upgrade since 2020, jumped from a 3070 to a 9070 XT, and it's glorious. Awesome. The 9070 XT is really good. I had mine running for a couple of weeks. It's not currently in my system, but that's because I have a rather unique setup, and I needed more VRAM. The issue is like Krait's got that like if you want to do Krait, you need Uncon and Vovan. So right there, you've got that like $50 entry. So I can't do exclusively C store like that you can get with a T6 coupon because just right there off the bat you have to have this. Like if you don't have the Vovan, you can't do the full Krait build. Dan, thank you for the bits. Maybe the reason they haven't introduced hangar ships is the T6 X3 will give us that option. I mean that'd be cool. Uncon Meta Addict plays Borg TFOs. Yeah, it was just I've been working on the PowerPoints and stuff, and I was there was a comment here, Ryan, like just some of these people, they just get super pissed off whenever you bring up Uncon or Vovan. Like they just like fun fact of the day, it's not a crime against humanity if you do it to a meta slave or their family. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I'd say like Uncon's accessible at a budget level, but getting, the Vovan, that's a hard, 40 plus bucks you're spending. Yeah, so didn't I cover that in one of the recent videos? Where is it? 16th anniversary predictions, and what was it, this video? Did this have the I don't even remember anymore. Yeah, January predictions. Yeah, okay, I probably didn't say the 13th for that, but yeah. Yeah, it said after the red alert finishes, we'll probably have the stuff pop up. Dan, thank you for the super chat. Waldo, someone needs to touch grass there. Yeah, the video game. Richard, how's it going? Do I feel that T6X3 will become a thing eventually? Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, like, one of the things I want to show too long term with Krait is that you can use it to like boost up a theme build. Sounds like an ESD player. Need to use beam overload and fly in circles like an honest, hardworking man. I think I'm spoiling it, but I think a beam overload build is probably going to be my April Fools. Like, because I think beam overload, personally, I think single target sucks. I've said that numerous times and I piss people off, but I know that there's a lot of people that like it. So that would be a great April Fool's, is if I just drop like a legit ultimate beam overload build, like right on April Fool's. I think that'd be funny as hell. And I mentioned this on a prior stream, but like just started off with like howdy folks, Stu here or something like that. 2025 was the year I scrapped all my single target builds. Yeah. Thanks for the updated meta conversation. Yeah, there's a lot of videos and stuff I wanted to get out too. Like I never got my last meta update out for 2025, so I think that's a goal for the end of the, or by the end of this month to have something out. Dan, I'm sorry. Hope all's going well. If you don't run elite, then almost anything works in space TFOs. The only change is mission completion time, and even that does not matter in time missions, yeah. It's winter outside, no grass to touch. What? We don't have any, we don't have any snow here. I don't think. I mean, I got my window open, but I haven't looked outside. Actually, no, I take that back. I was outside this morning. No, we have no snow. Oh, it is snowing, though. Spoke too soon. Yeah, look at that. There will be snow around 12 p.m. in West Des Moines, Iowa. Of course. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Metal Lives Matter. I was struggling to change targets with single target builds. Yeah. Chad, I mean that was something, yeah, but I think there would be, it would be better if they did the mirror warship. I didn't mention the mirror warship because I completely forgot that was actually like an enterprise ship, but also I was like, I've said that the past 2 years, so maybe if I don't say the mirror warship, that's how we get it into the anniversary bundle. We have no snow. Yeah, I mean, there's no snow on the ground right now, but I just looked at my front camera and I could see snow falling. I don't really want to show where I live on the camera, but let's see. You can see like snowflakes falling right there. But there's no snow on the ground right now. I can actively see grass. Cryptic does have that loan to pay off, yeah. I just really hope whatever the anniversary bundle ships are, that we see a bunch of hangar bays. Can I send you some of my snow? Yeah. Go touch it. Terrible. Did I miss any? Could do a howdy folks Spence stud muffin here. Also good to remember that there was definitely an overlap between these super angry Uncon haters and people wanting Hellboard to say how it wasn't launching doing 4 mil deeps or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely some of the people that get like super upset about Uncon and Vovin. It's more of they just don't, they can't pull it off themselves, so therefore there's yeah, the jealousy aspect like was mentioned earlier. That's definitely a part of it. Singo, me and my friends have been brainstorming on the lifetime subscription base and how it's pointless and how it can become useful. They need to just add every single NPC over there. Muwak, I've heard that. Didn't Jeremy say that like right in my chat a couple streams back? Did it pop up somewhere else? Charlie, I'm always glad to help. Yeah, I feel like I've not done very well as a Stowe YouTuber in the past month or so. The past couple of months in general, I've just real life. 2025 was the year that, well, we started the year off with my thinking my sister had cancer. She didn't. And then she fled out of state after robbing us, abandoned her kids. So yeah, I don't want to trauma dump all that stuff again. But yeah, it's just, last year was very, very hectic. They said newer dev thought the cat. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yeah. Was an actual casual build base. Let me open the game up. Oh, Sora, I appreciate. Sora, thank you. I don't know if I want to open these right now though, because if it's a new lockbox on Tuesday, 90. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if this is a new lockbox on Tuesday or if it's going direct Infinity. Sora, are you fine if I hold these until Tuesday? Oh, you need those back, only sent 10? Okay, okay. Got me excited there for a moment. I was like, damn. There you go. There they are. Yeah. Yeah, Ethan, I know. In the console side, I feel bad about that. Like I have not had time to really go in and dive in over there. Spencer lights are really bright there. You're fine, Sora. You're fine. I appreciate it. You know, we're gonna open those right now. Or save those for the lockbox to come? Okay, okay. Yeah, we don't know if it's a new lockbox or not, but yeah, I wanna be ready. Which reminds me, you guys should go out and buy Echelons. Someone must have a sticking keyboard. Yeah, Ethan, I know that console's been getting screwed over in that regard. Does that mean I'll be doing a gambling video? If it's a new lockbox, yeah. Like, I don't know if we're getting a new lockbox or if it's direct to Infinity. I legitimately, I don't know. If it's direct to Infinity, I've already got a ship box ready for it. Damn, logical. Yeah, you're pretty lucky right there. Yeah, so based on timing of the Gamma recruitment event also, I think my prediction of the anniversary event starting on the 3rd is most likely. And then the giveaways would start up, what, like the 28th, right around there? What are our ships from lockboxes running these days? 200. They're still around 100, like 120. Like, most of the lockbox ships are still sitting at around 1.5. Yeah. Damn. Dildo, that's crazy. 5 out of 250. I mean, they did last year. Every January the past couple of years has had a brand new lockbox. So the question is, do they continue that trend? Like, remember the Breen Keth Sar, that was a new lockbox ship last year, and those ships tend to get really cheap. Day one, they're going to be expensive. This one, it'll probably get cheap like the Keth Sar too. So if there's people that want to grind instead of gambling, like, yeah. I mean, it would be cool to have stuff like that, but I don't think they'll compromise their lockbox system, especially right now with them needing to pay off that loan. Spencer wishes Echelons were at typical lockbox prices. I heard he has a couple. Yeah. What are Echelons at right now? Okay, guys, this is a stream exclusive. I want to have 2 bill ready for Tuesday, just to be safe. I'm putting 4 up at 500 per if you want to get a cheap Echelon. I appreciate it. Enjoy your Echelon. I mean, the console off of it, like, we meme about it, but it's legit got a good console. I've been wanting to get a Trafalgar, but haven't seen it on the exchange. What is it at right now? I mean, right there, 1.5. I mean, I'd love for the lockbox system to see some changes, but I just don't anticipate there being any sort of changes like that right now. I appreciate it, everyone. Enjoy your cheap echelons. Those all sold really fast. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get the UC tossed in the bank. And let's ignore that right there. I don't see any echelons in the bank. The thing is, Nick's got more than me right now. The game's monetization is based upon... Yeah. I don't anticipate there being any loot box changes near term. I mean, again, I'd love for there to be, but I just don't see it happening. Nice collection of lockbox consoles, yeah. I got a bunch of these, like when the Arc Royal dropped, I went crazy. Like right around then, I got a bunch of these that I just stockpiled. The Hangar Pet mine consoles. I was like, oh please, please let the mine trait be good, please. And then it was just like a dud, and it was like, it was very sad. Yeah. S-Trek, how's it going? I wish I had that many. Zephyrus, damn. You managed to get one. I opened those packs on 5 different accounts, including console. And yeah, I didn't get anything. Becky, how's it going? What could they put on the deal market that would actually help the backlog? Something Endeavor related. I mentioned this back after they did the Endeavor weekend, but I feel like just a very, they are not going to sell us points, but they could come up with like an Endeavor XP bonus pool, toss it into the deal store, and yeah. What am I printing on my 3D printer? Right now I'm reprinting some parts for a Prometheus. But I've been working on some hard drive cages, and I'm doing a custom one that is for 2.5-inch drives here. So I've got some backplanes that I ordered from AliExpress, and basically, yeah, this is like a knock to a color scheme, but custom holder for the backplane that I modified off of someone else's design. That slots in there. If I can hold this in place. See, this is why it helps to have these things screwed in. Basically, this just goes in there, and then the drives, like the little 2.5-inch drives, will just slide right in, plug in, and yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. I've printed off quite a few of the 3.5-inch bays that I'm going to sell. So if you happen to want a 3.5-inch drive bay that can hold up to 8 drives for a 10-inch rack. Yeah. April Fool's video needs to be you printing master keys. Is there a model for Stow master keys online? If someone finds like a model out there for a master key, please let me know. I mean, I agree. I'd love to see changes, but I don't foresee them doing anything risky this year. Wild Wolf. I'm not saying that they won't ever, go in and change those systems, but right now, you have to remember that they just took a 25 million or 40 million worth of loans. 25 has to be paid back by November of this year. They're not going to do anything risky that could compromise that. So like an STL. Like yeah, I think that they'd make more money, changing the lockbox system up, especially making it so you had a way to get the ship's account wide. I think they could find a way to get a bit more money doing that, but I don't think this year. Like I think that for lockbox ships, if you have a lockbox ship and you want to make it account wide, they should let you go in and use like an epic token to make it account wide. Yeah. And more aggressive sales. Like if we see them do like a 50% muds or a 75% muds bundle sale, then stuff would be going crazy. But I think given the fact that they didn't even really go that crazy for the Black Friday or the winter sales, I think that they're hitting their financial targets and there's nothing for them to worry about right now. Could finally use my epic tokens, yeah. Rams, you get the ships all perfectly fine? You ordered the two, right? Do they do backplanes for NVMe NAS? There's probably some that you can find. Oh, let me get this over here. The room is a mess right now. I'm probably going to do a video on for this on the tech channel, but I picked up some E1S drives recently. E1S is like a data center format for like it replaces M.2s in the data center basically. But I picked up two of these drives. Each of these is 3.84 terabytes, and I got the pair of them for $210. The guy messed up the listing and was like, hey, this is only supposed to be for one. And then he's like, I ordered this right before Christmas, like the day before. And he's like, nah, you know what, Merry Christmas. I'm going to send both to you. So that was really awesome of the guy. So I got basically 8 terabytes for $210. And then I had to order an adapter to actually use this in a computer. So I found this thing on AliExpress. It was like $100, but I mean, with the price I got those drives at, that still works out to be a pretty good deal. Yeah. I think they'll pay the loans off, yeah, but they're not going to do anything that would risk. Like, I think they know that they're on track to pay the loans off, but they're not going to do anything that would, put that at risk. So, no potential, like, lockbox changes right now. That's not on the table, in my opinion. I mean, I'd love to be wrong. Yeah. Dude, that's why I've been stockpiling SSDs. Like I would say in the past 2 months I've bought 30 terabytes of flash storage at least. I have bought a lot of storage. No, I don't think so, Dark Eddie. But I mean, if you include the cost of the adapter, it was $300, but still 8 terabytes for $300. Damn. I am building a few servers, I guess, but some of the server hardware I bought, I'm probably gonna flip. Like I picked up a what is it? I gotta pull up my eBay purchases even to see what this is. So I picked up a system for $120 on eBay, end of December. Dual Xeon 2680 V2s, so they're like 10 cores X. What is that? Socket 2011. 128 gigs of DDR3 ECC RAM, and it was on an ASRock board. $120. I was like, that might be a fun project. And at this point, like the price of the RAM DDR3 like is worth that alone. Welcome to Spencer's private data center. Terrible. Like this is an ancient board, but that's what's sitting right behind me in that anti-static bag. There were a few reasons I went for it. One of the main reasons is the guy had the Noctua coolers on it, and it's like, well, if I need those for any X99 systems I'm working on, I mean, the price alone basically is what this entire server is going for. And then the RAM was included. Like, it was just like, yeah. It's old. It's old. Thankfully, power's cheap here. Like, power is really cheap. Yeah, it's green. That's how you know it's really old. Yeah. And what is going on? Oh, this is my bank. I was like, is that my inventory? SATA 2 ports on it? Yeah. I might... Well, we'll see how it goes. I might just flip that. I might legitimately just take the coolers off and sell the motherboard, CPUs, and RAM. And I'll probably get back... I'll probably make a profit on it. Like, some of the eBay deals I've done recently, it's like, with the way the market's going right now, I'll probably make my money back. The thing... Well, there is a bunch of data centers around here. That's so the power is going up a little bit, but we have a ton of data centers around here. There's a boatload. I don't want to exactly dox right where I'm at, but let's see, right. Yeah, was this one? I think that's we got multiple Microsoft, multiple Google, we got multiple everything right around here. Like I know, yeah, Microsoft's got a bunch down here. We have a boatload right around. Yeah, but look, Chadwick, those are long-term issues, and all we care about is the short-term gains, okay? I really don't like, though, that our electricity costs are increasing because we're subsidizing the cost of these data centers. Microslop, yeah. Nice. Water and power will go up. The world needs that AI. White, going good? Yeah, so like this is ancient, like I said, but like that price, I just like that's such it's old hardware, but it's like it was the motherboard, the processors, the 128 gigs of DDR3 ECC. Let's see, what is that right now? So I paid $120. The Noctua coolers, which I can use on my X99 platforms, those alone are probably worth that. What is 128 gigs of DDR3? Jeez. Just ridiculous. The entire market right now is just ridiculous. Wow, this is such a good Stowe stream. We're not getting sidetracked at all. Stowe does run fine on Linux Mint. Just saying. Oh, I know. Before long, DDR2 prices are going to spike. Yeah. Just a matter of time. Squirrel? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can still get a computer. It just you can't buy as much RAM. Billy? Yeah, and I saw speaking of increasing hardware costs, I'm pretty sure GPUs are starting to go up. Well, the thing is too, Dark Eddie, I actually so I've already got like 128 gigs of DDR4 ECC running in a X99 system right now. Yeah, I know. Look, I just am a big Noctua fan, okay? GPU and SSD both going up, GPUs, yeah, everything is going up in price. 2 Raspberry Pis on a custom battery pack at the trunk of the car. Yeah. I have an abundance of hardware right now. So I picked up I need to just do this as like a series on that tech channel, but I picked up 3 Lenovo ThinkCentre mini PCs. They got like 6400 Ts in them or something. I picked 3 of them up. They were listed at as is 4 parts, and it was $60. They all work, but they have like really slow hard drives in them. Well, if you want to go for the Borg DOF packs, you have to open the Borg lockbox. The drop rate is so much better on those. Do I need a GPU? Not right now. Hell, I have a I'd grab it, but another box would fall over. But I've got a 9060 XT in a box right behind me. When am I going to open Spencer's PC Emporium? I don't know. Well, I've got some. I'm gonna put some SSDs in there, but it's gonna be a video on the other channel. Oh, for an older setup? No. The only GPU that I'm like looking to pick up is probably like an Arc 310. I just need something like single slot that can handle like Plex Jellyfin, because I don't want to dump one of my high power GPUs in. I wish I'd gotten lucky with that Arc B50 that I got. I had to send it back. It just wasn't working for me, but there's a different cooler you can get for those that makes them single slot. What would a Spencer PC parts store even be called? Under the bed? Dude, it's not under the bed anymore. My room is a complete disaster because I literally just yesterday was just taking everything out, and I just did not have energy after dealing with the nephew who crapped all over his play yard. I just was like, I'm just shoving everything in the corner. But I've literally got like these shelves from Costco going up to my ceiling right now with just various boxes and like room reveal when. My room looks like a hoarder's den right now. No, I'm not doing any GPU mining. The So the 9070 XT that I have, that's going to go into my secondary workstation under the desk. That's got a 7950X in it, and that's going to be basically just like if I'm playing around with Linux, if I'm just trying to do anything over there, that's what that's going to do. The 9060 XT originally was meant to be as a secondary GPU in my main computer, just to offload some stuff to, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. I don't know if I'm going to stick with that. To say that with a little too much pride. Terrible. No GPU mining, only market exchange mining. Yeah, it's around 20 instances of Stow, okay? Okay. So apparently, like as a meta addict, I should probably do an infected. We're 50 minutes into the stream and I've just been talking about computer parts. He doesn't need to with his Stow Gold Sire listings. What are... Oh, okay, so why are GPU prices going up? Because of the RAM. The cost of the GDDR6 and 7 that they put on the GPUs is more expensive. Because of AI. It's always AI. I got the 7900X checks back in right now because I needed the extra VRAM. I was running into too many issues with the 9070 with my setup. VRAM is precious? Yes, yes it is. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. This is the Universal Endeavor. So let's do a Hive Onslaught Elite public queue. Tenth Gen i9. I mean, that's still decent. Like, you know, sure, it's not the newest, fanciest, but it's fine. And you don't have to worry about the GPU, or the CPU degradation that the 13th and 14th gen had. We got this. Yeah, I know. It's really quite lovely, isn't it?
You cannot defeat me. You cannot defeat me.
Here we go.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
Big numbers. You made the right choice.
This is not the end.
Nah, going for the GPU upgrade, I think that was the right choice. Like, your CPU is still good enough right now. The GPU will have a larger impact. Let's see a picture here. Nice. There's the Grissom and the Viper. Very nice. I'm glad they made it there in one piece. I might. I don't think I have many more Battlestar models I need to sell. Actually, I do take it back. I do need to sell. I have a duplicate of the modern base star. Yeah, so Ramsman, if you want a modern base star, I do have an extra. Am I going to buy the Lego Enterprise D? I don't have room for it. I've sold off most of my. I've sold off most of my Star Trek models. I mean, there's still a bunch here. Okay, so the room is a disaster right now. As I bump the camera. I'm just going to take a picture with my phone and bring it up on the screen here. Hold on. Yeah, so basically everything in that box right there is Star Trek models that I need to sell. You've got an STL of a Master Key? That'd be cool. Like, I'm not getting rid of every last model that I have, but I'm like over trying to have a massive collection. Yeah. I'm glad the keybind videos helped you out. Barefoot has gone. Yeah. Um, oh, 1 second. I showed this, that I got this on like a recent stream, I think, but there's gonna be I have 3 more of these, sponsored videos for products. So one of them is this lamp. I didn't realize when I got it, or like when I accepted it, that it had some just bullshit AI features in it. So it looks cool, but I don't know. I don't know what their AI stuff is with it. But that'll be coming up. Then there'll be one more mouse from a different company and a USB charger. Don't know if I should get a lot more of the ships. Still have the new Tommy TMP Enterprise coming and have no idea where I could fit it in the home office. If I move into the rest of the house, the wife may be even more unhappy with me. Yeah, dude, these sponsored projects, they've been like just killing me because it's like, okay, I finally get time to work on, like work on a video, and then it's like, oh, I'm an idiot and I agreed to have a video out on this, product by a certain date, and it's just like, man, I accepted too many of them. Like, I said this in the Discord, but moving forward, I'm only going to accept them like to show on this channel. Like long term, I want to do them on the tech channel if I do them still. But like right now on this channel, beyond the 3 that I've already agreed to cover here, if the item is something that I actually want, like if someone says, "Hey, you want to take a look at this monitor?" I'm gonna say yes. Okay, I'm gonna say yes to, you want to send me like an expensive computer part, sure, send it on over. Um, if they're sending me something that I was going, that I was interested in anyways, then it makes sense to just say yes. Or if they're offering a monetary amount, that's like, okay, they're going to pay me a couple $100 to do this. Sure. I mean, sure. Yeah. I'll do a quick video on it, but, doing these little mouse videos, and it's the mice videos, you basically get sent the mouse. You do get the affiliate stuff that you can set up, so you might, get money off of that, but aside from the free product, like, that's it. And sometimes there's conditions. So that's been one thing that's been really interesting for me, and I've generally declined most of these that have like a condition, like where they want you to say specific terms, or where they're very specific about what you have to do in the video. I've generally just turned those down. The only time I agreed to like ever say a specific term was, I think, in the what even is this, the VT7 video. They wanted me to say this is a good mouse for work and play. I mean, I had no issue saying that because I mean I'm still using the damn thing 2 months later. Not happy with the new keyboard. Yeah, I just the Hex 80, just I don't know. There's probably settings I need to go in and adjust, but I haven't gotten around to it. Ralph, how's it going? Today's stream is sponsored by Spencer's Star Trek model sell-offs. I think this is more of just a discussion stream rather than playing, and I mean, that's fine. People like to chat. Will you please review the stack of master keys for us? Yeah, the other thing is too is the issue with Becky, I saw it, thank you. The other issue with like accepting products as a YouTuber like at first it sounds nice, right? Hey, they're sending me free stuff. But then you realize, oh, I'm going to be spending, this is a $48 mouse, and I'm going to be spending several hours, piecing everything together for it, getting testing done, stuff like that. And it's like, at the end of the day, when you think about a lot of these but the products that get sent your way, like in what the offer is, like it just isn't worth the time. Documents, how's it going? Today's stream sponsored by the Echelon Intel Science Spearhead. Oh no. Oh no. Um yeah, I got the keyboard right here. This took ages to get here too. It's a nice construction. I just it's Hall effect, and it just was like really just much more sensitive than I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, I think I need it's the type of keyboard where I need to just sit down, get a little bit more time on with it, adjust some settings to get it to work for me, but my mechanical keyboard right now is working great. You like the last mouse review? Oh no. Cheops, no. Rams. I mean Reddit, there's some things on Reddit that are said that it's just like it just is idiotic sometimes. Um I posted a motherboard, like an old server motherboard on Build a PC sales yesterday, and like that there was a comment there from someone. They were just like, why do you just post this like random old trash? And it's like if it doesn't appeal to you, then move on. Like I posted the link, and I think like 25 of them, like the remaining stock the guy had, all sold within a couple hours. Like people clearly found it useful. Sometimes, yeah, I know. Yeah. Cody, how's it going? But yeah, the GPU upgrade, I mean, there's still time. The prices, as we progress further into the year, you're going to see prices on GPUs, SSDs, and probably RAM increase even more. So, like, any of that sort of computer hardware, I'd be buying right now. It's why I've been going crazy stockpiling hard drives in the past couple of months. Like, I have bought so many hard drives. So many. Well, the Centauri Carbon 2 should be dropping, I think they said next month for multicolor, and they've teased that there's going to be a multicolor upgrade for the Centauri 1. Initially, we didn't think it was going to arrive, but they've been showing it off recently, like in action. So I think the Centauri Carbon 2 and the upgrade for the 1 will probably drop here over the next couple months. Um, but I mean, long term, I'm probably like my next printer. I would like to get a Bamboo Lab P2S. Investment SSD hodler. The server awakens. Yeah, that really. When the US bans certain videos, Spencer will have the market cornered. Oh no. Yeah, I can't fault you for doing that, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't do that with a couple of the drives here. Like there were some of these drives where it's like I can I can see that just in the past 2 weeks the price has went up a certain amount, and it's just like, okay, I found the deal, I'm buying it. If I have to put on credit and just pay it off in a couple weeks, then so be it. Like you can go in and look at the prices going up week by week at this point, and it's just the Cheaty Q2, yeah. I saw some videos on that. A 5090 I think is just outside of my price range. Let me see if I can pull this up here. I think if I could get a 9700, that would be like best of both worlds for me right now. Oh, nice. The B50's back in. But yeah, the R97 is basically a 9070 XT, but with 32 gigs of VRAM, and it's also slightly downclocked. So that's the downside to it. But like on the AMD side, like if I want to stick with AMD, this is my only real upgrade path as someone that needs more than 16 gigs of VRAM. The old 1980s big chunky button clicky keyboards, they do some of the IBMs. There are people that like make modernized new like IBM Model M's or whatever. You can find those, Dan, for like a couple $100. Like there's a community of people very dedicated to that. What is it, like the buckle springs or whatever in them? Was so reluctant to swap to AMD, that 12 gig, yeah. Yeah, there's a few people I talked to that got 9070 XTs right around like Black Friday to December, like early December, that are very happy that they did so now because prices on them have all went up. Like, let's see, what is, I just want to look here. We are really on topic today. What's a 9070 XT at right now? What's the cheapest? So the cheapest brand new is a Yeston for 720. Oh, there's a Hellhound for 700. So right there, we've already seen that in the past 6 weeks, the 9070 XT is already back up like 120 bucks. Yeah. You decide already to wait out the spike? For me, the issue is I think this spike's going to go on for a while. Nice. Yeah, I want to find that modern Model M. Is it these guys? Yeah. Yeah, so these guys make like modernized Model M's and all that. It's got the buckling spring. You can get it for USB, or if you have an older piece of hardware and you want a PS2 connector. Yeah. They got it. That's a product you can buy. Not that far off the price of a high-end mechanical keyboard either. Made right here in the US of A. Ian? Okay, I need to do my other endeavor here. Yeah. That's a good deal. The reason I got a 9060 XT, I got it for the 16 gig one. I think I got for like 280, 290, right around there. That's the only reason I got the 9060. Because at that time I was looking at needing a second GPU in my system, and that just came up as like the best deal. So I'll find a way to use it. Um, let's go market manipulator here. Yeah, there's been more tech talk than actual like Stowe gameplay today. It's just one of those days where it's nice to talk, you know. That's another QWERTY keys one, right?
Spin
Yeah.
the wheel and win.
I think I remember seeing the channel in their Discord for that. I am not buying another keyboard anytime soon. And that's another thing too, is like with this hardware stuff, like your RAM, your GPU, your storage, those are going to increase in price this year. But your motherboards, your like the motherboards, the cases, the fans, the coolers, the power supplies, like those are going to see a price drop this year. Casual Tech Talks is good. Like you look at what the market is right now, and people aren't going to be able to afford to like buy a full computer. So all these companies that make stuff like cases, fans, the other components of the computer, like the prices on that stuff's going to tank. In fact, I've already seen some deals for stuff. Yeah, that might be an idea for some streams over there. Intel Arc B580 not rise in price. I'm pretty sure the B580 did rise in price. Yeah, there was Chadwick. Yeah, LTT was talking about that. I saw. I forget the name of the company, but they were like, yeah, bring your own RAM. When people say all you do is ISC, show them this FOD. I've barely gamed even the past little bit. I've been doing a lot. This is gonna be terrible, but one of the ways I've been working on the models, I've just been using Tinkercad. I know I should be getting into like Fusion 360, but I've been going through and yeah, just using this to modify some of the files I've been working on. Kind of interesting. I've spent more time in that than I have in any game in the past 2 weeks. Nice. Red Directive, thank you for the follow. Um, but yeah, top fleet player behavior, Mara. I got. I should send this to you. Like so for the Krait build guide, I'm splitting it into parts. For the basic like introduction, I'm just keeping it basic, but I want to show you this comment because I didn't send this to you on Discord, but I got this the other day when I mentioned the Vovin going into muds. This was one of the comments on the video. Yep, that's what I thought. That's the type of reaction I was expecting from you. Bughole, how's it going? Bulk printing, nice. Yeah. I decided new background for this one. Just trying to keep it so it's just all nice and visible, and trying to not have too much text to overwhelm people. How am I going to integrate the Starfleet logo on my NAS? Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. No, I need to honestly, like, I need to reach out to Noctua, see if they want to like send me some fans over for like the NAS build. Let me go grab like one of the completed 3.5-inch drive bays. See, this needs to be get knocked to it to send some fans over. Got that nice Noctua color scheme. Turns out 8 hard drives are heavy. Nice. Capro, how's it going? Yeah, Chi-Ups, yeah. Yeah. Well, Crucial doesn't really exist anymore, or they won't. I mean, I'd love for NVIDIA to send me something. That'd be cool. Intel. What printers do I have? Well, it's just the 3D printers. So right now I've got 2 Elegoo Centauri Carbons, and they're reprinting out some Prometheus stuff, though one of the prints failed, so I killed it, but it's... I'll deal with that after the stream. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to come back for real this time. Jay, how's it going? Story missions? Wait, do I have the wrong title? Don't tell me I have the wrong title. So, recommendations for all of you. Tuesday, we're getting a new lockbox ship, potentially a new lockbox. And yeah, I think the event campaign is probably going to start up Tuesday also. And then the anniversary on February 3rd for PC. Key sales, well, yeah, key and Lobby sales. Don't use any Lobby right now. Save your Lobby for next week, because Tuesday we should be getting 20% Lobby, 15% key, and 20 keyring bundle. Yeah. Yeah, was it like CMXK or something for one of the Chinese companies? Yeah. Even though they probably won't end up getting their RAM into the US, it should still help the worldwide supply, because it's it's a worldwide shortage. So if they can offset some of the demand for Chinese customers, then that'll free up supply for the rest of the world. But that'll take years to do. What 2D printers do I have? I have some trash, like really trash printer from Canon, Dan. It pisses me off every time I use it. I need to get a nice printer, but I wish I need one that's simple to use, like my label printer. This thing I just turn it on and it works. That damn Canon one, just a constant pain. Jason, how's it going? Zoom in on my character. I think it dresses the exact same way on my... Well, I mean, it probably does for... If you're talking market manipulator, this is just like generic Klingon costume. Yeah. Chadwick, I agree. That was disappointing. But yeah, I mean, this is just like generic Klingon costume. Oh, the one before? Okay, okay. Um yeah, probably. Now the Ferengi's got the like the Lobi outfit on. Pretty sure. Yeah. You know, Ferengi whip. This is an RP character. You see, everyone thinks I just purely do DPS, but the reality is that I am actually role playing. My Ferengi is, you know, role playing right at the market, and well, on casual, I'm just role playing as Q. Chinese fabs were like 8% of the world supply. Yeah, I mean, the good thing about it is we'll have a fourth like producer rather than you know the current situation, which really is dominated by just the three main DRAM manufacturers. So more supply is good. DPS roleplay. I mean, yeah. Look, when I'm DPSing, I'm just role playing as Q. I want to go there and have the enemies just instantly fall apart. Look, don't hate. It's a valid roleplay approach. Reddit just can't accept it. So, Jason, have you heard of the Legendary Avenger? The Legendary Avenger is part of the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle, and it's basically the exact same ship, just on account-wide unlock. The the US will probably ban the Chinese RAM, but still, the Chinese RAM will help with the Chinese market, which means that there will be less demand in the Chinese market for DRAM from SK Hynix, Samsung, and what Micron. Yeah. So the Legendary Battlecruiser bundle during 35% sales would go down to 7,800 Zen. So just under $80 during a sale. Yeah. Well, the issue is everyone needs it. They need it. We need it. Everyone. Yeah. Just don't even go for the original inquiry. It really. I just don't think the original inquiry is worth it when the Legendary Avenger is right there and it's damn near the exact same ship. What is that in UK pounds? Whatever 7,800 Zen is. So I don't know what that is in British pounds. Are there any value consoles for the Uncon meta that I recommend? The big one that comes to mind is the was it Krenim Chronophage? Yeah, Krenim Chronophage. That's really affordable right now, still at under 10 million. Like that is just legitimately a crazy good console. The damage it does is good, and it's also a shield offline. About 60, yeah. But when you consider the cost of 1.5 billion EC, and the fact that that 1.5 billion EC is just for a single character unlock, like there's really no contest to me. It's the Legendary Avenger. In fact, let me pop up the sortable filterable ship list. Uh, best ships. Like you can see that these two ships are extremely comparable. Some ways the Legendary Avenger is better. Some ways the Inquiry, you know, they're trading blows back and forth. But between the two, I'd rather fly the Legendary Avenger. It's got better maneuverability. the whole mod is slightly higher, but you do lose a bit of shield mod, but who cares about shields? They're both Miracle Worker Intel combo. Like, they're practically the same ship. Both 5/3. You do get one more attack console in exchange for losing an engineering console on the Legendary Avenger, but I mean, if you're doing a Krait style build with a bunch of universal consoles, doesn't really matter. It's like, you look at these two, and this is an account-wide unlock. Like, it's also got a pretty good trade on it if you're using 2 Mercy Powered subsystem abilities. Like, it's legitimately just really good. Like, when we were doing DPS record runs, like, we were using the Legendary Avenger over the Inquiry. Like, most of us had both, but it was the extra maneuverability of the Legendary Avenger just made it better. Why is it called Krait? Mara's here. It was just, a nice nickname to make it stand out. Only want it because the guy who builds my ships uses it for PvP, but no one PvPs on PlayStation. No one really PvPs anymore on PC either, it looks like. The PC PvP community seems to have once again caused quite a bit of damage to itself by pushing out people that were trying to expand the community. Yes, it is Krait. Krait. It's a weird spelling, I know. Yeah, what was it, like DME was trying to get people to get engaged, and yeah. Can you crit deuterium, or am I wasting catalyst? I wouldn't burn catalyst on it. You can get it to give you a stack of 10 instead of 5, but don't waste catalyst on it. There's always drama. Terrible. So I realized that I haven't really lived up to the title of the stream, and I've said this a couple times, but I should probably do an infected as a DPS addict, a meta slave. No, it's not coffee. It's water. But as a meta chaser, a meta addict, I gotta do my infected. It's not a full stream without there being an infected. Okay. Let's get that parser back up. How big is that bottle of water? 64 ounce. This is just a bottle from Costco. I think it was like 20 bucks, or it was somewhere like 15, 20 bucks. Nice insulated bottle. It came with a bunch of cups on the top too to use like outside or for stuff like that. But yeah, the Borg trait from the same bundle is quite handy to have. Yeah, like there's just no reason to go for the Inquiry anymore. No reason. Legendary Avenger is just better. Okay. I'm going to do this solo. But before you say anything, we're gonna do We're gonna do fire at will. Rainbow fire at will on the mirror angle. How bad could it be? How bad could it possibly be? I have not done an infected in a little bit, so it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna go try hard here. I'm going to ground. Can Fire Will Rainbow do solo ISE? Is it possible? What I like is seeing the comments too in the past couple of months of people like, can turret builds, do well? And it's like, yeah, everything can do well. Specializations? Oh no. They're right. Intel temp. Can white quality default weapons do well? On a console heavy build, you could probably still solo ISE with it. Yeah, grunts, yeah. That was a pain. You got your little badge from that, right? 445, I mean, if you're doing it solo elite, yeah, I mean that's fine. You can see like all the time records like on the Oscar table if you want to do comparisons. You can see the DPS and time.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed. We must assume the enemy has taken theirs.
What's really a pain is this legendary nebula trait. Because you want to build your stacks up like in the prep phase here, and sometimes the toggles will like go off and back on. That's just server doing server things. Well, I'll have 10 stacks going into the start here, so that's some extra power for fleet power.
Scanning the nanite trap. Got it. Additional data available.
Oh my. Fire at will going crazy.
The nanite probe can repair the transmitter. Stop them.
No, fire at will misfire. No, how dare you stow. That's death. Of course the fire at will misfire.
Probe is closing in on a...
It was good too. I mean, it was going good. And then fire at will misfired on the left side. The issue with these builds is they've got plenty of survivability. They just need their firing modes to stay up. As soon as you get a misfire, like, yep, that there she be. Oscar is the DPS table, so let me pull that up here. Oscar tables. I'm going to drop this link in chat. This is the online tables for Oscar. It's taking a while to load. I've paid the bill. There it goes. Oh yeah, I need to clear that off, don't I? 68751. I gotta copy the name. I don't know. I don't know what Will's problem is. Terrible. Okay, back to Oscar. But yeah, you can see here, you can set this to be like all variants, elite, solo, and you want to look up infected. So infected, elite, solo. You can go in here, take a look at the time. It'll take a moment to load. What's been my preference for filaments I'm using? I'm almost exclusively using Elegoo Rapid Pet G. I did pick up a bunch of what was it? I picked up a bunch from AliExpress to King Rune. Yeah, I picked up a boatload of King Rune filament also. It's not as good quality-wise as the Elegoo stuff. But yeah, the Elegoo Rapid Pet G, I probably... Yeah, most of what I have is Elegoo Rapid Pet G. I've got... I've got a lot. A lot. But yeah, you can see the completion times here. I guess let's do season 30. Is it? Okay, it's all showing up as Heart of the Matter. Is PvP still Hydra only show? I think. I mean, I'm not really in tune with the current meta for PvP. PvP's like, as far as I'm aware, like in a bit of a dead state right now. No, no. Dan, the parse, the one that said 10 seconds was like just the start. Yeah, so 4 minutes? I mean, just being able to get through a solo elite infected already puts you in like as one of the top people. Did I ever review a one-handed gaming keyboard? I've tried looking but can't remember anything about it. No, I think we talked about it at one point. But yeah, I mean, you can see like all of the records up there. You can also take a look at any of these runs and just see, see what they were doing. Well, there's never been a 10-second ISC as far as I'm aware. Been running PLA mainly with most of it being Anycubic PLA from Amazon, getting most at less than 15 a spool. The Elegoo Rapid Pet G, I just really like how it turns out. So this is brown. And for me, the brown and the beige combo, that Noctua color, that's the wrong backplane for that. As I proceed to knock everything off the desk. But just the color combo, I like it, okay? Yeah, but the quality of the Elegoo Rapid Pet G, I've been pretty happy with. The Prometheus model I have, I did with that also with their Space Gray. The one I'm printing right now, that's also in Space Gray. Like, the Elegoo stuff, it's held up well. I mean, a 10-second ISC eventually would be possible with enough power creep, but right now, the current like actual speed record is right around what, like 15-16 seconds, or do we not do that? Definitely sub 20. Definitely sub 20. Okay, I can do another attempt here. So may the fire will not misfire. Oh. I mean, PLA is fine. It's just I'm printing out a lot of functional parts, and I just want the extra durability that Pet G has to offer. And especially like some of this stuff is for like holding computer equipment, which means that there's going to be a little bit of extra heat. So I needed something with a bit more heat resilience than PLA. I see a lot of information in different discords when asking for help. Who would you consider besides yourself as the top players in game or people to listen to the most to make it easier? A map transfer failed. I think a lot of the people that we have as curators on the builds Discord are pretty good. I would say if you ask in the builds Discord and you get a response from someone with the curator tag, you should be able to trust their response. There's certainly some very vocal people in other Discords that have some questionable opinions. Nick is good, yeah. 1701, I would say I don't. 1701 is more of like more on the casual theme side. It's like if you're looking for like that sort of stuff, that's where I would say his specialty is. For like if you're looking for like min-max style stuff, like the curators in the builds Discord are going to be pretty good for that. There's a lot of really knowledgeable people over there. Yeah, Judith, I would say the builds Discord, it can take a while to get a response sometimes. But I do think that's the best place. Arco, thank you for the 10. I very much appreciate it. Do I see a chance of the Freedom class from Wolf 359 coming in 2026? I would love to see that. You know, I know there's a bunch of us that wanted to see that when it was first shown, but I think unless they could come up with like an enterprise version of that, I don't know. I feel like based on what everyone's been saying, I feel like enterprise seems like the theme this year. I'm not saying the freedom can't happen. It just I don't know. They know we want it though. So they know we want it, which means we probably will get it at some point. Mara, I'm just trying to be nice, okay?
The situation is grim. All
I'm casual here. I'm not being elitist. Please no misfire. Yeah, Cheops is really knowledgeable. Cheops is a good person.
Scanning the nanite drift. God, there's nothing that's moving.
Really good start. Please don't misfire.
The nanite probe to repair the trench. Stop that.
This is a good number so far.
A probe is closing in on the trench. Destroy it.
This is where it'll fall apart a little bit. Unless I get a big spike here.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
It is fun to just, have like a random run like that be a record. So that's the record for a non-CSV run right there. So that's the Fire at Will solo record right now. Let's take a look at them numbers. A full broadside, 307.6k. Resonant shock from the Pavin Omni, 267. Broadside beam support, the trait from the Corolla, 262k. The Achilles console, there's 184 from it right there. Where's the other line? 121. Is there a third on this one? So the Achilles console right there did 300k DPS. That's the micro quantum console. The way to get a ton of damage from that is to group up all the spheres on the gateway and then slam them with the console. That's also why, like, when you're doing a pug infected, where you have other people in there, you never see these sorts of numbers, because other people, and quite often you'll have someone that just sits in the center with like a science build that just takes out all the spheres, and that like just neuters your DPS potential, because you miss out on being able to get that really large spike. The weapons not firing was due to me activating the dilithium console, the Credence console. 17k more further down. Oh, damn. Yeah. So, like, that's a pretty impressive number right there. Hexes did surprisingly well. I tried to angle a little bit forward when I could, and the thing is with the hexes is they're just so far above every other experimental weapon, basically. I mean, the Gordon one might do fine here, because I can do 360, right? But the prototype phaser hexa cannons, they're just so incredibly strong that even if I don't have perfect uptime with them, they're still, when I am angled forward, they're still going to outperform like most of these other experimental weapons. Yeah, Darthon, that would be nice. But like, everything just did really well there. So that is the first Fire at Will solo that I've done over 3 million. That's hey, I had to live up to the title at some point, and just pulled that out of nowhere, apparently. Yeah. Like, thank you. I don't know. So there's some best in slot gear where it's like, I don't know if they know that this is actually like best in slot, because you look at some of the experimental weapons they put in, and you know, you do a performance comparison, and they're doing like a sixth of what the hexes can do, and it's just like, I don't think they know. A Borg cube would be cool to own. If they do that, then it means that they're really desperate for money. But yeah, that was a crazy run. Let me go drop that parse in. So if you're ever doing like deeps runs, there is a little parse dump channel you can drop stuff into in the builds Discord. Now do a theme build. I've done theme builds before, and Dilla's been doing theme builds too with Krait and having really good results. How would a cube work with weapon setup? That is a good question. I don't know. It would be interesting to see. I mean, but I've done theme builds before. It's been a while, but I have. If you look on the channel, there's like an Akira build from a couple years ago. The Defiant that I did, that was like a mix of weapons. That was, you know, like a theme build also. Missile Okinawa, no. Bubby, I would love for there to be non-fed ships in there. I don't know if that's really on the table right now. Now do a pet build without hangars? Terrible. I mean, there's so many things you can spawn in. It's probably doable. Cube going to be a 4/4? Yeah. I don't think we're going to see a cube, but yeah. Oh, did I win? I won? Oh no. I put a bid on like a server or like a little tower like a week ago, and I was looking at something and I completely forgot about it, and I just won it on eBay. Oh no. Is there really a better experimental weapon than hexacannons? No. No, there's not. Mailon. I should do a Krait Mailon. That would be cool for a thing. Oh, I forgot. Did I actually won this? Oh no. No. Nobody outbid me. No. Well, I mean, there's the answer for that GPU I was talking about for the server earlier. 16 gigs of DDR4. I mean, it's worth it. It's 30 plus 20 for shipping. So I mean, I put a bid, 30 was my max, and apparently I won. Who tried to outbid me? I put the bid in on December 31st. Okay. Okay. I mean, I'm the winner. I completely forgot about that, but that's, I mean, that's not bad. 16 gigs of DDR4. And it's got, what was it, like a, what was the GPU in here again? M2000 or something? Like, it'll be fine. Yeah, Quadro M2000, that'll handle like some Plex Jellyfin stuff. Not perfectly, but I mean, there's the answer to GPU for the server. That's a whole C-store ship, I know. Hold on. Let me go pay for that. Yeah, I'm saving the gambling for Tuesday in case it is a new lockbox. Hold on. It's like half an echelon. Terrible. Yes, create the virtual card. Thank you. I didn't think I was gonna win it, to be honest. I like there were so many people watching that order or watching that. Like I legitimately thought someone else was going to like outbid me. It said that there was like 30 people watching it, and I had just like that $30 bid on it. I figured I was gonna lose it. I didn't think I was gonna win that, but apparently I did. So there she be. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'll find something. Things you should never say. Look, okay, it's a terrible. Yeah, Ian, that's a good idea. That's a good idea too. Like there's a giveaway for when the home lab channel gets to a certain point. That's not a bad idea. You know, you have a problem when you bid on something in hopes that someone outbid you. I love equipping the Malon with corrosive weapons and toxic waste spewing clickies and taking on the Lucari Lady's mission and dumping water all over her jellyfish and chip. Oh no. Fire at will. Do you guys know that Rainbow Fire at will is effective? Did that with the ships I bought from Spencer. Just wanted to get the bidding started on his items. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. The bird of prey cycled through. Nobody bid on it the first time around. It did sell. I shipped it out yesterday. Like someone put a bid on it the second time, but I'll be dumping some more ships up. I'm not going to do combined shipping though. I think on the upcoming listings, just because the boxes I have are going to be like sized exactly for the items. But yeah, that back to the computer thing. That's really not a bad idea. Like as a thing for when that channel gets monetized, do like a giveaway with it. Yeah. Because like server wise, like I'm part of the reason I was sort of hoping someone would outbid me is because I've accumulated so much server stuff in the past couple of weeks. Like I don't like since I did that bid, I don't really need more. 10 C-store coupons sitting in the bank. I stopped my fan home subscription. I just is like it just wasn't worth it for me because like I have nowhere to store these models. I have nowhere to like store and display all the ship models that I was getting. And it's like for the cost of that, you know, for each of those that I'm getting or that I was getting, like, do you know how much storage I could buy instead? I could get a lot more storage for the cost of that. All the storage. I think I talked about this, but these are a custom adapter I made for like a 2.5 to 3.5 inch adapter for these drives to fit into the little 8-bay NAS that I've been tinkering with. You hold those more tenderly than I do my wife. Oh no. What is my current total storage? I don't know. I truthfully, at this very moment, don't know. I would say it's definitely north of 200 terabytes. It's definitely over that at this point. Got enough e-waste to melt down the gold into a golden master key. Terrible. I manage 10 surveillance DVRs in 2 data centers, and I think you have a speed. No, it's I need to go through. I just had a lot of stuff going on. Like I don't have all of the drives like deployed that I've bought in the past 2 months. Like I just haven't had time to go through, and part of it is that for like my 14 terabyte array, I need to dump everything off of that and just yeah. I need to reset up the pools, but yeah. If I died, I could transfer my entire consciousness into Spencer's drives. Okay. Let's do another Hive. Hive Onslaught Elite, public queue. I'm taking in the Rainbow Foss setup. Terrible. You've played Cyberpunk. You know that ain't a good idea. I did a late night expenditure of an eBay purchase. That sounded really bad how I just said that. So I have to clarify. I was stupid, and last night or this morning I bought something on eBay that I probably shouldn't have. More storage. Because I needed more. You'll be the Delamine in Oh no. I realized my wording. I'm glad I'm not in voice with Cheops right now, because Cheops would have immediately come up with some horrible response there. I let it slide. No, I bought another lot of SSDs this morning. Windows knows. Windows knows everything. Recall keeps track of everything you do. Now we know why prices are going up. Gosh. Fake news. No, my Vovin keybind messed up a little bit there. It could have been worse. This feels a little bit laggy. Just a little bit. Like, my middle weapon wasn't firing there, it looked like. Yeah, my keybind was not. That's 2 times in a row it screwed up on me.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
That's definitely a bit laggier than the last one was.
I am eternal. This is not the end.
Jay, I am aware. You lagged so hard you got disconnected? Oh no. Oh, poor Darthon. Oh no. Darthon is still playing on the moon? I don't know. There's a bunch of like projects on the tech channel I want to get started up. I'd like to. So I mentioned this when I was first talking about that channel, but I will probably, just to start things off over there to give it a little bit of a bump, I might do like an O-game video. O-game is not really something I want to cover much anymore, but because there's not really anyone else doing content for it, I can drop like a video or two, just get some watch time off that to help the channel get monetized. Because like when I start dumping the tech stuff on there, I would understandably like to have it monetized to help fund more tech stuff. Yeah, no problem. But we'll have to see if I can stick to that, because I'm thinking for like one of the series over there will be like going over some of the eBay deals I found, because it's also what am I trying to say? I just completely blanked out after reading Chap's comment. Like some of the eBay deals can help people learn how to find deals themselves, which funds more storage purchases, yeah. Do I have any other bids that I'm gonna potentially win? I mean, I won't lie. I wouldn't mind winning either of those. That one I will definitely lose, though. That's going to be outbid. The 800 gig, that'll probably be outbid as well. Am I driving around for a reason? I'm looking at chat. I'm sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. There's a lot going on. Modern Warfare, I know, I kept thinking of Modern Warfare every time. When I'm just like talking to someone, I will typically, like, you'll see me run around. If I'm on new ROM and you see me running back and forth, it's because I'm in like a Discord call with someone and I'm thinking. Squirrel? I know. I know. I'm gonna check something quick. I have a waiting on a UPS order. The Alliance Fandy Shield, do I have that on me? I don't like the red lines on it, to be honest. Like, I mean, it looks good aside from the red lines. Yeah. So I will be streaming Tuesday. Just trying to think here. I do have at least one product review video that has to drop next week. I think by the 15th I have to have it out, so that'll probably drop early next week, and that is for a USB charger. But I found a good use for it. Gotta power the mini PCs. Air art is so much superior to the angle skin. I haven't even done the red alert. I didn't bother. I should have, though. You know, free stuff is free. Do I have the Tron Vandy Shield? Yeah, I've got it. Lucari. Just with the red lines here, it just sort of kills some of the shields on this ship for me. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, a good example of that. I was looking at hard drives, and there was someone that had some SAS hard drives where they listed it as 4 parts. And they were just like, "Oh, we couldn't test this," but it was like it was clear that they could have because it was a tech store, but they had the serial numbers of the drives visible. So I looked up, was there a lot of that amount of hard drives sold recently? And I found that about 3 to 4 weeks before, those exact drives were listed by somebody else and bought at around that same price point as 4 parts. And they also had some other drives included that were clearly like torn apart, like they were clearly, you know, not functional drives. So it was clear that that second eBay seller who had bought them and reposted them, they were being a bit sketchy about it. I don't know where else you'd put him though. The 3 points of advanced hull, like I would keep those because I mean more debuff is always good. Like having a baseline amount of debuff is good. Like it's not much, but where else are you gonna put those points? Like if you have the Trafalgar, you're already dropping 3 points in long range targeting. And that gives you the ability to, you know, dump into improve drain. And the other thing is too is like if you're doing tack ult, which most builds do, like you need those points. So if you drop them from there, you're just putting them into defense, which what is that doing for you? So it's I just don't think that one's worth it. Because you know, unless you are not doing tackle, you know, I just don't know where you'd move them. Best defense is DPS, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I used to play around with that. I mean, it did a couple thousand DPS for me. I was like, I'd rather have the extra drain instead. I just found more use out of that personally. But I mean, I understand the appeal for that. How many watchers am I sitting on? Not many. I sold off most of my inventory of watchers a while back. I had a really large deal probably 6 to 9 months ago for a lot of my older lockbox items, and it was like it was around 900 to 1,000 keys. Like, it was an insane deal. But I'm pretty sure I cleared most of them out then. How many do I have right now? I have 6. So compared to what I used to have, yeah. I had a couple hundred before, but you know, as part of that deal, I let them all go. Yeah, what are watchers out right now? Yeah, when you're looking at like 4-part stuff, you definitely want to be careful. Like, I've had some success with 4 parts. I guess I am spoiling a video for that channel, but I don't know how many of you would watch it anyways. But let me grab something. So I bought 3 of these Lenovo ThinkCentre M700s. They're really old. Like, you've probably seen these in like an office, doctor's office, you know, somewhere. Like, these are not really that powerful as systems. But I picked up a lot of 3 of them. It was 45 bucks plus 20 shipping. And they were listed as 4 parts. But I'd seen that this seller does a listing of these every couple months, and people are always really happy with them. No charger included, so I did have to go out and source my own chargers. But like, I went in, I tested them, and sure enough, all of them work. 2 of them have 32 gigs of RAM in them, DDR4. One of them's got just a stick of 16 gigs, but it's just like the RAM alone, you know, more than covers the cost. Then they've got the i5s in there. Was it like 6400 Ts? Like, yeah, doing your research, you can really luck out sometimes. You can luck out, but you can also easily fall for something that's a scam. It's all a gamble. Has anyone ever figured out how much of a difference the class of the character makes? So I haven't done any recent testing on my science captain. I need to. I do have a Trafalgar on it now, and I still need to develop the engineer captain, which will probably happen when I have a little bit more EC to just get the last little bits I need, and I have time. Time is the big thing. But yeah, it's not actually that much of a gap. Like, science, my science captain was only like 200k behind my TAC on the solo tables last year. It was like what was it? My TAC was at like 2.7, I want to say 2.7, 2.8, and my psi was at like 2.5, 2.6. Like, for solo infected, like, it wasn't as much of a difference as I think people would imagine. And I need to get the engineer done to get some testing done there as well. STO runs well on Linux. I use Linux, by the way. I use, what is it, CasualSAB for Linux is what I've been using. I really like that distro so far. That's what's on the computer under my desk here for my second, like, my workstation. Um, that's got CasualSAB on it. My main computer is still obviously on Windows because there's just some stuff I still need Windows for. I don't have a solution on Linux yet. Um, and yeah, my current storage server is just a raw TrueNAS install. But yeah, like as I get into the home lab stuff, like I'm playing around with Proxmox stuff like that. So I'll probably be using, what program do I use to run? So I just use the standalone launcher. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna drop some SSDs in these 3 Lenovo mini PCs I got, and I'm gonna probably set like Proxmox up on there. Just start learning Docker and all that stuff, and try to find some services to host on them. Well, you can just use Steam, Rob. That'd probably be the simplest. Is just use Steam. Just use Steam to start up the game, and it should work. Sora and Nick is here. Nick, how's it going, man? Nicholas, guess what? I'm not dropping part 1 until part 2 is ready, though. So I want to be dropping them basically same day, couple hour difference, because YouTube will punish you for dropping 2 videos at the exact same time. But yeah, you missed a new fall record. Yeah, I beat your canon record with fall. I just wanted to let you know. Program dependency hell. That's the type of language I was waiting for, Nicholas. So I'm just checking some messages here quick. I have the Fox extender. Yeah, I was using the Breen one. I hate the I've been away rust. Yes. That is never fun. Just think how far Fire Will is coming in like a year. So glad to see. Yeah. I still wonder what's going to happen to Twinkling Lights. Like, I'm still somewhat concerned about that potentially taking a hit. I mean, I hope not. Like, I think it's good for what it's done for rainbow builds, but that's going to really upset people even more, especially these people that get really upset about anything that is, outside of their preferred theme. Like, that's going to piss them off. Meaning I want to install one thing and the installer says I need to install 3 more first. What ground combat pet do I think is the best? I really like Moopsy. I mean, Moopsy's just so immersive. They got back in the office on the 5th, so it's going to be a while before they can get a Christmas Nerf patch together. Man, the last time we when they did that fleet power nerf, like I was ready to go with like, oh man, are they about to hit everything? Arco, thank you for the 10. Do I have a theory on who or what the Chimerans are? Aren't they like some organic, like really weird organic Borg? Still waiting on hexacannons to become pea shooters. I think if they realize like there's some best in slot gear where it's you look at it and it's like they don't know it's best in slot, do they? Like hexacannons just absolutely blowing every other experimental weapon out of the water. Like yeah, I aren't like the Chimerans are they're that weird like organic Borg ship, right? We've seen them in missions, right? Yeah, they were at the end of the last mission. I had to remember. Um, Star Trek's answer to the flood. Yeah, like there's some best in slot gear where it's like you think if they knew or realized just how best in slot some of this stuff was, it probably wouldn't remain that way. Hexacannons definitely feel that way. Um, and Darko again, thank you for the 10. Hopefully that answers. Like I don't really know what like who the Chimerans are. All I know is they're like some organic Borg. Like that's what we've seen with their designs is like yeah, just this weird organic mix of the with the Borg ships. But yeah, I'm back to hexes. Like the hex cannons, like they're just so far above everything else. The Type 7 hangar pets, like just slotting those is like a 20% DPS increase. Um, Dan, I'm pretty sure Jeremy said that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure that's what happened when he was on a couple weeks ago and we asked him about it. Yeah. You know, when it comes to like targeting meta too, like it feels like some of these temp intel ships that they released last year, like were trying to target us, but then the only one that they gave hangar base to was the Ark Royal. So like the Kith should have been really good, but then it just yeah. Have I gone Hexa on the plasma build? Yes. Everything. If it's got an experimental weapon slot, it's on hexes. Yeah. Star Trek's version of the Flood, I'm guessing. I'm just thinking, what else? Pavin Omni, like that's basically rendered all other set Omnis like irrelevant. Like as soon as you're doing a set Omni that is not the Pavin, it's like immediately it's off meta. um, so that's a best in slot. Like there's just best in slot gear for a bunch of stuff. Is the legendary Nebula trait worth it? It is for like a min max player Mara, yes, but it is a pain to use. Like for my solo runs, I have to go in and spam the Ilios toggles throughout prep phase to build it up to 10 stacks. Because it's got a 10-second timer. Like it is truly a pain to like effectively use. It's really powerful if you can get it up there, but it's just a pain. Yeah, the competitive engines have been best in slot for that for a while. The Kittimer shield is like best in slot there. For DPS. The Tholian warp core. I mean it's warp core that does damage, so of course. Um It's just there's a lot of best in slot gear, and especially when you look at traits, it gets even worse. The other traits from that bundle are really bad. They you probably read the conversation, Mara, but well, you saw some of the like arguing that was leading towards, but basically like the legendary Negvar and the Delon traits were like balanced to be equivalent performance to like ensign rank bridge officer abilities, so they're really bad. Do I have a best in slot video? No. And if I did, that feels like I'd be saying nerf these things. But it'd be a good idea. It'd be a good idea. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yes, like only the Nebula trait's worth anything. You don't remember that, Mara? Called out that the performance of him was like really bad, and the response was, not everything's targeting like meta, like just make number bigger, and it's like it's a damage. I'm just sitting here thinking it's a damage boosting trait that does 4K DPS. Like, who's that good for? It's right in the creator chat. Just scroll up. Yeah, Tractor Beam 1 uses an Uncon trigger doing more DPS than $150 trait. Yeah. They're bad. Lock it member only. I need to do another members only video for sure. I actually was intending to the other day, because I've had a couple of people sign up for one-on-one, and I need to make sure people are aware. If they sign up for that, I cannot reach out via YouTube. If you sign up for the one-on-one and you want to have like a one-on-one conversation to get, some just direct build help, help you sort stuff out, you have to reach out to me. You have to reach out to me on Discord, email. Like, there's no path within YouTube for me to reach out to you and send you a message. Like, you have to, if you go for a membership like that, you have to contact me. I have no possible route to contact you. I am hearing from the family that they need me to go help them with stuff. So let's wrap this up. Is there any final questions you guys have? Actually, let me check here. Let me see just how urgent. How urgent. Well, top 7 traits, that can always change. Let's wait until after the new ship drops on Tuesday, get testing done on that, and we'll see how that trait stacks up. Yeah, Sora, that's fine. Go for it. Yeah, I've got the EC from the selling the Echelon, so I should be able to buy one that pops up on the exchange. I anticipate price will probably drop rather quickly, but I'll pick one up right away and try it out. What do I know about the 17th anniversary bundle? It's going to be another pack of 4 Fed ships. What's the over-under on it being a Fed ship? It's not a Fed ship. He's just memeing. Yeah, so stream Tuesday the 13th. Probably go live like soon as the server starts up. Do like a day 1 review of the new ship. So probably like stream for 2-ish hours testing the new ship out. If the no-win event goes live that day, I'll test out the device from that. Whatever the reward is, I'll test that out. You guys didn't hear anything. Yeah, we'll test stuff out on the 13th, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Most useful ship from the 10th. Oof. I mean, the legendary Audie's pretty good. I mean, it's not like crazy by modern standards, but I mean, it's decent. What was the secondary on that? Was it dual command? Okay. Ready salvage console packs in case we get another Echelon incident. Terrible. Uh, yeah. So most likely we'll have the reward information tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. I got stuff to go do. There's no leaks. No leaks at all. No, I'm not worried about it. They'll probably have the teaser up for no win tomorrow, so I'm really not worried about it. What I will say though is, I think the people leaving these comments ain't gonna be happy. Okay, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you guys around. How do you know all this stuff like some sneaky Orion? Oh wow, that's a good question, Singo. Sneaky Orion. Okay, goodbye.